Hey guys, Gretchen here, and if you've never met me or caught me live before, I am an entrepreneur. I'm an online health and fitness coach with over 20 years experience in the industry, as well as quite a long time, almost 10 years spent right here at Texas A&M in the health and kinesiology department. And what I do now is I help women, and especially moms who are kind of fed up with the whole fitness and wellness thing, totally transform their lives. Which is kind of funny because the College of Education, we used to say transforming lives was our motto. But yeah, totally transform their minds, not only their, a little ahead of myself, not only their bodies, but their minds and their spirit as well. And do this through my online course, I can't talk today, the Mind into Motion method, or MIMO, as well as mentoring them through Mom Mastery University. So that's who I am. And now I'm here today to tell you why you are so hungry when you are working on weight loss. So true and lasting weight loss is super duper simple. Many industries have tried to really overcomplicate it. And even in my program, we talk in depth about nutrition, and we talk a little bit about, and by the way, I say in depth, I'm not a dietitian, I'm not a nutritionist. I just know what I know about nutrition, and I know what I can share with you, which is a lot more than a lot of people know. I also have a dear friend who's a registered dietitian, and the recommended one through MIMO that talks about, she goes into much more depth than I can because she spent a lot of time working on it. So I do bring you information from an RD, but it's really a simple equation. It's calories in and calories out, right? We can overcomplicate it. We can talk about, whether our body is burning ketones or glycogen, so whether it's using carbs or fat for energy. We can talk all day about that kind of stuff, but it's pretty simple. Calories in, calories out. And typically when you are losing weight, and by the way, you can gain weight on keto if you're not following the same principle. Did you know that? Because it's still using stuff for fuel. Don't hate me, right? Don't kill the messenger. But it's true. You still have to use these principles. That's why a lot of people try things like intermittent fasting with keto. At the bottom line, at the end of the day, you're still lowering the calories that you're taking in. So I saw some people post in this group that I'm going live in right now, Inside Out, about being hungry while they're trying to lose weight. And these are people who see weight coming off, or maybe have seen weight coming off for a long time, and then all of a sudden they're plateauing, so they're editing their diet again, they're changing their caloric intake or increasing their caloric output, because I personally find it a lot easier to meet the minimum recommended activity level, which is 150 to 300 minutes of, moderate to vigorous activity a day. Remember, if it's breathless, you get to count it twice. That's like my secret weapon. But that's the updated recommendation, 150 to 300 minutes. Did I say a day? Don't shoot me. A week, 150 to 300 minutes a week. So maybe they're doing more workout, and that's what I like to do. I like to meet that requirement. And then if I still need to adjust my intake, take my calories down just a little bit, I use a tracking tool. I don't recommend it for anyone that's has like kind of an obsession at all with dieting and that kind of stuff. It can make you really, really obsessive about what you eat, but I use it every now and then just to make sure I have a good handle on what I'm eating. So anytime you go into this caloric deficit mode, which is when weight loss occurs, if you lose a pound of fat, it's a deficit of about 3,500 calories that you are creating in your body, whether or not you know that. So when you look at it that way too, you're thinking, oh my gosh, 3,500 calories. That's how much I have to decrease out of my diet for 1 pound. You can understand a lot more of that recommendation of 1.5 to 2 pounds a week of weight loss to make it stay off. I'm going all over the place. So by the way, if you haven't realized, I love education, and I think education empowers us, and that's where I'm going today. So you're like, okay, yes, I'm hungry. I'm still hungry, and I have no idea why. This is why you're still hungry. You've created a caloric deficit, but your body is used to where it used to be. It's called a set point, right? So let's say you've been 150 pounds, and that might sound like a lot, but there are people that have been 150 pounds overweight for 10 years. Or let's make it a little bit more manageable. Maybe you've only been 20 pounds overweight. Oh, I thought I heard my kid. I don't think it's my kid. I think it's another person's kid. My mom's inside with my child. Just FYI, I'm not here like with a kid locked inside. So, maybe you just had like the extra 20 pounds of, people might call it baby weight, whatever, on for the last over 10 years and you finally start having some health complications and your doctor told you that you would be best served by losing weight. I refuse to say you saw your body and you were sad. Like, yeah, maybe that happened, but let's talk about this from a health perspective because I think that's empowering. So you decide to lose this weight that you've held on to for 10 years. Your body, all of its functions for the last 10 years have revolved around you being X amount of weight. Your body does not know overnight that you now desire to be 20 pounds lighter, to be 50 pounds lighter, to be 100 pounds lighter. It doesn't know that. It doesn't know. So you are battling your body's innate urge to keep you at a certain weight. That is why you're hungry. And that set point, it might take a long time. I mean, think about how long you were at that point or how long it took you to get to that point and then how long you stayed at that point. It's going to take your body that same amount of time to get to the point where you are used to being that weight and its functions are back to being at that weight. Until then, we are going to constantly have this urge to consume more than we need for what we want. Sounds super hopeless, doesn't it? It really does. So let me give you some hints, some things to do. Number one is water consumption. And I know so many people have hit this like nail on the head with this. So just, my recommendation of water consumption is at minimum half your body weight in ounces until it gets over like 120 ounces. You don't want to go that extreme. Or you're like just running to the bathroom every 5 seconds. Your body's overhydrated. And do this throughout the day. A little tip that I like to share that I do to keep hydrated and have things is I fill up 4 25-ounce water bottles in the morning. I'm a huge fan of reusable. I don't like disposable water bottles. I think it's a super heavy impact on our environment. I'm not here to shame anybody. I just don't think we need to be drinking out of them. I think, or if you buy one, then maybe you drink out of it and reuse it. So find 25-ounce containers. I have reusable water bottles and fill 4 of them up at night. Put them in your fridge. Then they're good to go throughout the day or carry them in your bag. It sounds cumbersome, but it helps you remember to drink water and you're not refilling it all the time. So consider, if you don't already have a reusable water bottle that you like, consider buying one. It's also less chance of chemicals leaching out of the plastic and into your body. So there's that. The next tip is use a smaller plate. If you're not doing this already, use the salad plate instead of a dinner plate, because when you fill up a salad plate, it triggers your mind to say, I have a plate full. And that can go a long way in reminding your body that you ate a full meal, even if it was a lot less than you would normally eat. And then when you get hungry, get up and move for 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you have, get up and move. Maybe you need to walk around your office building. Maybe you need to go walk up and down some stairs. Maybe you need to just walk to the bathroom and back and, wash your hands and swish some water around in your mouth or, things like that. Get up and move because you're teaching your body, but instead of sitting down and eating these calories, this is what I'm accustomed to. This is what I do now. I move. So I really hope that some of this information was at least interesting to you and helps you understand a little bit why you're still hungry, because it doesn't make sense sometimes. We're like, but I ate this and that's what this thing says I should be eating per day. I'm still hungry. Yeah, you're still hungry, but you're also not only are you breaking habits, but you're breaking the set point barrier, and that can take a while and that can be frustrating. But there is hope, and there are lots of people that have broken that. So don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. And if you do for a second, let's say you're like going, and you ate a cupcake and you start beating yourself up, and tell me if you've done this, right? You beat yourself up, and all of a sudden you're like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to eat all the cookies. Guys, potholes are not black holes, right? This is a journey. You are going to hit potholes. You're going to stumble. You're going to fall. You're going to skin your theoretical knee. But you do not have to go down that black hole. It's going to be a lot harder to climb out the other side, okay? And don't get me started. That's a horrible, if you know anything about black holes, it doesn't make sense. And yeah, but potholes are not black holes, guys. Okay, so that's why you're hungry, and I hope this helps you understand and battle it a little bit better. Have a wonderful day.